what actually happened to the FK8?
Today, we're gonna find that out. Well, before we figure out what happened with the FK8, we have a little announcement today. If you guys have not been keeping up, what are you doing? You should be. We actually have a brand new Legends collection that is live right now on the Legends site. And before we hop into today's video, I'm gonna run you guys through everything you can currently find on the site because it is freaking awesome.
We have 2 new t-shirts and 2 new hoodies in black and the awesome cream color. So this is the Toge Tori collection with an awesome design that is inspired by Japanese culture and what we love about going to Japan and doing the Toge runs, going to the Japanese shrines and the temples. I mixed all of it, and just in time for cherry blossom season, we have the cherry blossoms as well. This is so freaking awesome and detailed with the awesome quality that you guys know and love from Legends. We are just stepping it up, and it's freaking sick. We also have Passion Inspires Passion down here with a bunch of the Legends kanji. So like I said, we have the cream t-shirt, which you can see right here with the front hit. We also have the black with the same awesome Tori design on the rear with the cherry blossoms, and then the same thing for the hoodies. These are absolutely sick. Black hoodie right here. Here is a bigger front chest hit, which I think is super sick. And then we have the final cream hoodie right here. So awesome. I definitely do think the cream is my favorite as well. Along with our apparel, we have some very awesome new accessories, and we brought back some things that you guys love, and we even have some new items that are
a little out of the box.
So number one, we are bringing back the Legends Charms and Omamori. This is the Tori Gate Omamori with the cherry blossoms. Absolutely sick. Gives you guys a little bit of good luck for safety driving, whether you're street driving on the track, whatever. Little charms got you. It's pretty cool. And we also, this time, it's pretty new, customized the box, which I think is pretty sick. Next up, of course, we have brand new cherry blossom jet tags. Something I think is super cool is this vanity like fake plate, whether you want to use it when you're at a show or put it on your front plate. Whatever the case, just a cool little Legends plate. And then, like I said, something outside the box that we've never really done before. We wanted to try something new. We have Legends wall clocks, which needs to go somewhere in here, but perfect for your office, studio, garage, whatever the case. We have brand new, really cool clocks for you guys. You can find all of this stuff on the Legends site right now. Before we get into the video, do me a huge favor, scroll down just a little bit. It's gonna be the first link down in the description box below. That'll take you guys straight to the site, and you can find all of this stuff along with a ton of other items that we currently still have on the site right now. Oh yeah, and last but not least, the brand new cherry blossom hat. Go check out the site once you come back, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Let's get into it. Well, if you guys don't know by now, you probably should. During our last event at Global Time Attack, when we were at Circuit of the Americas, we had catastrophic engine failure with the FK8. It was a very unfortunate situation, something that we really didn't expect to happen. Now, there's multiple reasons why it could have happened, and what we're speculating is we had oil starvation. Now, number one, we did not have an oil temperature sensor on the car, or a gauge, I should say, so we don't know how hot the oil was getting. My water temperatures were normal, but that doesn't mean my oil temps were normal. Also don't have an oil pressure gauge, so I didn't know about that either. What we're thinking is one of the last corners on Circuit of the Americas, it's a big triple apex sweeper. Looking at the data that we collected from the car, we were pulling 1G going around the triple sweeper, which was pulling all of the oil to the left side of the car. If you don't know, the oil pickup on the FK8 is on the right side of the car. Now we're thinking that the car wasn't sucking in oil when the oil was sloshing to the left side of the pan. Now today, we do have a plan on getting this FK8 back up and running very, very soon. So today's mission is getting this engine out, and we're actually be pulling it apart to see if we can see what happened. We kind of think we know what happened. I'll let Tim explain a little bit what you think it is. Once we get the engine out, we're gonna pull the pan and see if we can see any bearing failure. But Tim has a good theory here.
As you guys probably know, I've worked around Subarus a lot. That sounds like rod knock to me, which is bearing failure. And when you don't suck in oil, it starves the bearings and then they just start breaking apart. Now, granted, it might not have just happened from this one case. The car has almost 60,000 miles. We don't know who owned it before. We don't know if it ever was run low on oil. And I've had cases of people running their car low on oil and coming back to me 20,000 miles later and then the engine blowing because of that one.
Yes, there's something else I forgot to mention as well. Not only everything I just said, but also, yes, the car has almost 60,000 miles. During our first ever dyno tune with the car, we did figure out that the car was connected to a separate Honda tuning system. So we had to remove that off of this car to use the new Honda system that I was using. So this car, before I owned it, was was previously modified and tuned, which I was not aware of, as well as, you guys didn't see before this, we actually had turbo failure before we put on our brand new PRL P700, which could have also sent something from that previous turbo failure into the engine that we just don't know about. It was like the perfect storm of events to happen before this car just unfortunately let go. So hopefully today, find the aftermath of the issue to hopefully tell us a little bit about what actually happened. So the whole goal here is that hopefully there's not a window in the engine. Hopefully the engine's okay and can be rebuilt. The whole idea of this is to have this engine as well as a spare engine that can be used for competition, so that just in case this issue does happen again, we have a spare that we can throw in. That's the whole goal here. Let's get into it. My fucking integrity. I really hate this. Hate this. It's like Jack in the Box. Why isn't it going? I'm so scared.
Let's go, man. Faster.
God! Every time! We're almost there, Timbro. Ow. Subframe is out. So we figured the easiest way to get the engine out is to take the front subframe out and just drop the engine from the bottom of the car. Now that's usually what you do on a Skyline, and that's what we're gonna try it with this. And so far, I mean, we're like 95% there. We had a couple of lines up top, and then this thing should just fall right out. So almost there. Last step. Ready for this, Timbro? Oh, she's loose. One more side. All right, Timbro, this is the last bolt. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Make sure the engine doesn't just fall. Okay.
I don't know if you felt that, but the car moved down.
Theoretically, the engine should be free.
It is free.
Okay, let's lift her up. Did it! All right, mission success for what we wanted to accomplish today, but we're not stopping here. Like I said, we're gonna try and see if we can actually visually see what happened to the engine. In order to do that, we got to put this thing on an engine stand, and in order to put it on our engine stand, we got to get the trans off. We have to get the trans off, which is good anyways, because we do have a new clutch for this thing, which it needed anyways, and this is the perfect time to do it. Shout out to ACT. But we're gonna go ahead and pull the trans off, get this thing onto the engine stand, flip her over, and rip the oil pan off, and hopefully we'll be able to actually see what went wrong. So let's go ahead and start ripping the trans off. Yeah, this one's not bad at all, actually. I mean, it's a little scored, but...
That looks like,
Okay,
now I can put the engine stand on.
time for engine stand. We can finally take off this stupid oil pan. RPY. A little bit later, we finally got the engine on a stand, and it's finally time to take off our pan. Now, we're really hoping that once the pan is off, we can see some damage so that we know our theory is correct. But obviously, we're taking a chance. But the good news here is there's no window in the actual block. The engine looks savable right now. We're not going to disassemble it any further than taking the pan off, because when this engine does go to get built, we want to make sure everything is just as it is for the builders. If that makes sense. So let's go ahead and take off all of the little tins on the pan and get her out. There it goes. Like a drain forever.
Because the drain, dude, this is a shitty set. Look at this.
Dude, put your finger in here.
I don't.
Look at this, guys. Sorry, didn't think about that. Holy moly.
Take the pan. Yeah, that's a piece of your bearing.
Okay, well, this is I'll show you guys our current findings before we spin the engine over and show you the bearing that we think blew. You guys can clearly see, oh, look, that is insane. All that.
Dump her out.
Where? And then we have,
Do it in the oil thing.
yeah, we have the cover as well. You can see how glittery this is. Now, we can get a good look at the bottom of the engine here, and we're gonna turn the engine over because Tim thinks that this bearing right here is the one that disintegrated. So hopefully we can get a good look. Releasing some pressure here.
What happens is the bearing loses oil and then it's like sandpaper.
Yeah. Oh.
No bearing. I knew it was just on one. But good news, we don't have any breakage on the crank. Well, the crank's probably pretty messed up.
Yeah.
The rod did not break, so it didn't make a window. Piston still moves up and down. We know that for a fact.
Because we just did it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really good news. If all you got to do is replace the crank and rebuild the motor, you have an engine that's good.
It's like worst case, but best case, you know? Like the engine blew, but...
See, this is even getting a little loose.
Yeah. So is that what you're hearing when the engine knocks? Is that what
This is just going...
And that's what you're hearing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I could probably almost replicate it. So it spins super fast.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah, bearing toast.
Well, that's pretty cool that our theory was correct, Tim. Yeah. At least we know, at least you guys know now, our mission for today was very successful. Now we just got to figure out the engine build portion, which we'll talk to you guys about in just a bit. All right, well, we have made it to the next day. As you guys have seen, we finally figured out what happened to the FK8. It's actually very nice to finally know, and we can start making arrangements and plans on what we're gonna do next. And I wanted to get you guys up to speed here on what we're thinking about doing and what's going to work best. Now that we all know that we can reuse this block and we should get the internals built, this guy is going to be going off to get built from APR Performance. That's the plan right now. We're just waiting to hear back on build details and what we're actually gonna be using, the parts we're gonna be using, and all of that good stuff. So I'm very excited for that. And I think in the meantime, while this engine's off being built, we are gonna put another stock engine in the car just so we have this thing up and running as soon as possible. Now, we have one potential engine candidate right now, but we are still actively looking for a stock FK8 engine. So if any of you guys in SoCal have one for sale, we could potentially maybe buy it. So let me know down in the comments, but that's the tentative plan right now. And then once this engine's done being built and back to us, this engine will go into the car and we will get the engine out of the stock engine out of the car, send that one to MA Performance and have that one built as well, so that we have a spare engine at all times, just in case this situation ever happens again. And not only are we going to get the engine built, we are also going to get our trans built. So this can hold a lot more power than what a stock trans can do. Ultimately, this car is going to come back bigger, better, and absolutely insane. Hopefully keep up with the super guys in higher classes at some point. But yeah, that's the tentative plan on getting the FK8 back on the road. So like I said, stock engine for now, and once this thing is built, we'll go from there. Whew, all right, I think that is everything. If I forgot something, I'll update you guys in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Guys, don't forget the brand new Legends collection just went live. So if you haven't already, please do me a huge favor. Go check out the Legends site, see all the awesome stuff that we have available for you guys, whether it's the new collection or all of the old stuff that we have on there. I'd really appreciate you guys giving it a look. That about sums everything up. If you guys have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 1 million. I mean, almost even 750K. The goal is 1 million, but 750 would be awesome too. And also don't forget to leave me a like and leave me a comment down below. If you made it this far, leave us a hashtag and get it to the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys for Monday's video, which is a very exciting FL5 video, so don't miss that one. Once again, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.